Hey guys, your girl here, Tanisha, and I am just going to quickly go over the benefits of having a small home-based business, or even a big home-based business, or just starting a home-based business. Now, I'm with a company, and we focus on technology, we focus on credit, we focus on finance, we focus on helping you increase your cash flow. Okay, we also help you, to build your credit. Okay, now when you become a home-based business owner, okay, a lot of people don't understand this. Is why a lot of people are not involved with a home-based business. So here's the facts. If you are in a home-based business, okay, you can now write off many expenses. Now, I usually tell people, now I'm not an advisor, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not a CPA, but just from the information and the research that I've did over the years, okay, that you need a corporation, you need some type of business entity, okay, to now like hire your children and to get all these different tax breaks. Okay, now when you first have a home-based business in your name, you have minimal tax incentives, you have minimal tax breaks. So let's say you get involved with my econ for $49. That $49 is now tax deductible. So that means you can actually deduct that from your taxable income. So say you're paying the $35 a month for my econ, okay? That is now tax deductible. Say if you go to a my econ event, right, that expense where you taking a plane and you got food and you got Uber transportation and you got this expense and you got that expense, all of that now is a write-off. The income generating book, the personal finance book that comes with my econ when you sign up, is also tax deductible. So what I've learned is that employees pay the most taxes, right? Employers have tax incentives, right? So like Google, Apple, Amazon, they're not paying any taxes, right? Because they understand the tax code. So as I started to dig deep into finance and I started to dig deeper into taxes and understanding it, the employer tax incentives is to hire employees. So that means the employer does not have to pay taxes because they can hire employees, which the employees will now pay the taxes. Now, I'm not saying business owners don't have to pay taxes at all. It's just you got to know how to structure it. Business owners can take a loss in their business every single year for 20 years, 40 years, and never pay taxes. Okay, this blew my mind, when I got into business. So I literally, or business owners just in general, whether you home-based business, you have an entity, you got a brick and mortar business, you can literally take a loss in your business every single year and never pay taxes. Donald Trump, he's not showing his tax bill because he's never paid taxes. Okay, so that's not a bad thing. That's a great thing. Okay, so that simply means he knows something that the average employee that's paying 40% in taxes don't know. Okay, so the government, if you're an employee, you're getting 40% of your money stolen from the government. Okay, literally, the government is stealing your money. You go to work every day. You work hard every day. You making sure you're on time. You're making sure that, you're doing the job. And then for the government just to come in and say, give me 40% of it. Now, of course, I didn't understand this when I was an employee. It was just, I had bills to pay, so I'm going to pay my bills, right? So I didn't understand this, but now being in business, I understand this, right? And I'm emerging myself with understanding it every single day. Okay, so if you simply, let me show you how simple this is, guys, which some of you may not get right away. You may have to watch this video 5 more times, okay? If you just simply start a business for $49, which is my econ, and $35 a month, you now have business deduction. So this is on the IRS website, okay? You have now all of these business deductions and business expenses, okay? So right now, you're going to work. Okay. Right now, you may be driving to work, right? And you have your gas and you may be paying toll. Okay. You need your car washed. All right. So most people just go to work, right? You can't write your car off. You can't write a portion of your mileage off. You can't write a portion of your gas off. You can't write a portion of your car note off. You can't, because the incentive is for you to have a business to be able to write this off, not to have a job to get write-offs. Now, jobs have their own itemized deductions, right? But that's also limited. In business, my friends, you can write off as much as you want to. So most people drive to work and they never get to write off a portion of their car note, their gas, their car washing, their car maintenance, and their car mileage, right? So let's just go with general driving, right? So if you're driving 10 miles, 20 miles a day back and forth to work, right? Your job is not giving you an incentive, right? The IRS is not giving you an incentive to drive back and forth to work. But if you have a $49 business, right? You're paying $35 a month, and you got some business cards, and it's a Starbucks along the way, or it's a Dunkin' Donuts along the way, and you go in there just to drop off some business cards, attempting to drive business. Now, some people may say, don't you got to make business? Don't you got to make money in your business to actually get the tax break? No, right? You can go on the IRS website, guys, and read all of this yourself. All you have to do is be attempting to drive business to your business. See, in network marketing, it's all about sharing, right? So on your way to work, if you're stopping at Dunkin' Donuts, you need to get some of your business cards and leave it in Dunkin' Donuts. You need to be on the line. When you're on the line, you need to be talking to someone about business. That's attempting to drive business. So now a portion of that a portion of your mileage is now deductible. I think it's 53 cents on the mile, I think. Right? So you can get something called QuickBooks. I can put my link below for QuickBooks, and you can start using it. It's like $11 a month, okay? And that's also now a business write-off, because you're using QuickBooks for your mileage to check your mileage, right, for your business, okay? So the portion of your car note, okay, is now tax write-off. It's a tax write-off. Okay, the portion of you cleaning your car and maintaining your car is a tax write-off. Okay, so we didn't learn this in school. And if you guys follow me, I do webinars on Friday. And I said that we don't know enough about enough. School didn't teach us about money and taxes and debt and inflation, because this stuff gives us power. Okay, it gives us power. When you don't know, you're powerless. When you got someone taking half of your hard-earned money, you are powerless. So I'm an advocate for starting your own business, especially for $49. You can literally just start a business for tax purposes alone. Okay, especially if you're attempting to drive business. Okay, so you can get deductions on your house. You can deduct all your travel expenses. You can deduct all of your personal things that you need. You got to know how to structure it. Okay, this is why you need a CPA that also understands business and home-based business expenses and deductions and write-offs, and taking a loss in your business. Okay, so at the end of the day, guys, if you're tired of paying the government 40%, that means you don't have a business. You need a business. So with My Econ, we're focused on making you lower your tax bill, lowering your taxable income. Okay, having business expenses. This is how you do it, right? And then changing your W-4 at your job. So instead of focusing on a tax refund check at the beginning of the year, which most people are still broke after they get a tax refund check, we focus on you getting all of your money now. Okay, so think about this. If the government is taking 40% from you every year, so say you make 50 grand, let's just say 40% of 50 grand is $20,000. Okay, so that means you're only bringing home 30 grand, but on paper it says 50. Your net is 30. Your gross is what? what is it? 50 grand, right? On paper, right? It's on paper, right? But you're only bringing home a certain amount, all right? So what we do in My Econ is now help you, right? To lower that 20,000 to maybe 15,000 to maybe 11,000. So instead of you paying 20,000 to the government, now you're only paying maybe 15 or even 11. I've seen people where, it got even lower. But now, instead of you paying them that extra 5,000 or 10,000, that 10,000 or 5,000 now is broken up within 12 months into your paycheck. Just like you get paid every 2 weeks, or you get paid every week, or you get paid every month, it's now factored into your paycheck. So in turn, you may still get a return during tax time, but it's not going to be in the thousands like most people are used to, right? So if the government's taking 40%, taking 20 grand, when you get a tax refund, they don't give you 20 grand back, right? You may get 5 grand back, which is like 5%, 2%. Right? So what we do in My Econ is show you how to get at least 10% of that back, right? Because now when you have more of your money coming in, you can lower your bills, right? You can get out of debt, right? You can actually scale your business. You can put money into your business, okay? You can now work on your credit so you can access lines of credit. What I've learned is that there's two type of people, right? It's the employee that's skeptical of, I don't want to start a business. I want to pay my taxes. I want to pay my 40% tax. And those are the people that continue to be on the rat race, right? They continue to be on this rat wheel where they can't stop, and they just keep going and going and going and going and going and going and going. And it's going so fast that they can't stop, that they are forced to stop when they got to think about retirement. And then at retirement, a lot of people wish they would have started a business, because now they got time to think. Now they got time to do the research. Now they got time to sit down and understand. Okay. But by that time, 65, guys, it's already too late. You can't live your best life at 65. Now you worry about your medicine. Now you worry about your knees. Now you worry about your back. Now you worry about your arthritis. Okay. Now you worry about dementia. Now you worry about your hearing aid. Okay. At 65, 75 years old. Right. So don't wait till 65, 75 years old to say, I need a business. No. Okay. Then there's the other type of person who's an employee who's saying, yes, I do want to start me a business. I do want to be able to, lower my taxes. I do want to understand this. I do want to get financially educated. I do want to know how to pass generational wealth down to my children. So you got to say, which one are you? Because it's a lot of people that say, you know what? I'm good with living check to check. I'm good with being broke. I'm good with giving the government half of my hard-earned money. I'm good with not traveling. I'm good with not being able to take my kids' place. I'm good with telling my kids no all the time. I'm good with telling my spouse no all the time. Right? So you got to say, which one are you? Right? See, for me, I got fired from my job. So I said, you know what? I don't even want to go to another job. To me, going to another job didn't make any more sense. Okay. I worked the job for like 5-6 years. I said to myself, this is not life. This is not what I want to do. I don't want to slave for nobody. So my cousin introduced me to network marketing. Now, did I make money right away? No, because I didn't know what I was doing. But I studied and learned and studied and learned and studied and learned and studied and learned. All you need to actually write all of this stuff off according to the IRS, where you guys can go on their website and read all of this stuff. Okay, got like small business workshops for taxes and, all that stuff, mileage rate, mileage deductions. I got all of this stuff. Okay, you can read all of this stuff. All you got to spend is 45 minutes a day, 7 days a week on your business to now be able to say, I'm writing my business expense off. I'm really trying to drive business to my business. Do you know how many businesses take losses every year? Plenty. Plenty. Right? So you would be no different, guys. It's just a game. It's a tax money game. Okay. Unfortunately, we didn't learn it in school, so we don't understand the game. And then we're scared to even study the game because now we so used to being brainwashed. We so used to being drained by the IRS that it just feels normal just to keep doing it. Right. So I'm here to tell you guys, it's not normal to pay high ass taxes. right? Donald Trump pays none. He is wealthy. Okay? Apple pays none, and they got plenty money. Okay? Amazon pays none, and they got plenty money. Okay? It's no different from you when you start a business. There's no different tax incentive for a small business owner versus a big business owner. Whether you got one employee or you got 1,000 employees, the tax law, okay, goes for each one of us. Okay? If you're an employee, you're paying 40% tax. No matter if you're making 100 grand, no matter if you're making 30 grand, you're still paying 40% tax. Same thing with business owner. Whether I got one employee or I got 1,000 employees, we still have the same deductions. We still can take a loss. Okay, so for me, I hire my children. And if your children are under 18, your children as young as 2 years old can start working for you. So that means you can open up a bank account in your children's name, right, with you as the custodial. And then you can literally write a check from your business bank account, right? And then give them a check and it goes right into their account and they never pay taxes. So it's tax deductible for you to write your children off. Okay, literally, it's tax deductible for you to hire your children and pay them. Okay, and then your children under 18 don't have to pay taxes. See, this is how the wealthy and the rich keep getting rich. They hire family members. They hire all the children to do the work. Okay, they hire the children. Okay, so that they can get all these tax incentives. Meanwhile, people that are not educated, people that are paying 40% tax, all they're doing is buying their kids a bunch of stuff and never reaping any tax benefits. They only worried about the child tax credit when it's time for taxes. When there's so much more ways. Okay, my daughter, I pay her $500, right? When she's working for me, I pay her $500. She's a tax write-off. She's under 18. I don't have to pay taxes on that. She don't have to pay tax on her money. Under 18. So your child can be as young as 2 if you're working for the family. Okay. And then they can be up to 18 without paying taxes. See, this is the secret. Right? To start building your family wealth, you hire your children. You get access to lines of credit. You put your children on your credit. So now you're building your credit. Your children also can benefit. So when they apply for their credit, they already see that they have history. Right? This is the tax game, right? That no one teaches us in school. None of our bosses teaches us. None of our family members teaches us. None of our friends is teaching us. But with My Econ, you can literally start to reap all the tax benefits, especially with your car, right? Especially getting some business cards. You could go to Staples. You could go to Vistaprint and get 500 cards for $10. That's a tax write-off. That's a business expense. So it lowers your taxable income. Okay, so say you started the business and you didn't make no money, but you spent $35 a month. You went to work every day. You talk to people about your business at your job every day. You talk to people at Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts about your business every day. You dropped off business cards. You spending 45 minutes a day on your business, learning, training, right? And you're doing this for the next 5 to 10 years. Guess what? At least now you can lower your taxable income in your car. Because your car also takes depreciation. But see, now you need an entity to start taking depreciation and stuff like that. You need a S Corp or you need a C Corp or LLC to start hiring your children. Okay. And then start using your car for depreciation. Okay. And then with My Econ, we also show you how to get the extra money. Okay. But also grow your money. Right. A lot of people I've spoken to, one of my teammates, and she's been working for the last 20 years and making 50 grand for the last 20 years. So I told her, you probably made $1 million. What do you have to show for $1 million? How much of that $1 million are you growing? Right? And of course, most employees are not growing their money. The only way they're growing it is in a 401k, but a 401k is going up and down and up and down and up and down. So their money's not really growing in an asset. So what happens is by the time it's time for people or employees to retire, they have no money. Because first of all, the money that they was making, they wasn't taking care of it. They wasn't starting a business. They didn't have a business. They didn't even care for a business. Okay. And then now they hoping and wishing and praying. Right. I tell people hoping and wishing and praying is not a strategy for wealth. Okay. Starting a business, working the business, doing the business is a strategy. Okay. Prospecting, stopping at Dunkin' Donuts, leaving business cards, giving people business cards, talking to people about their finances. But this comes with confidence, right? That's why my econ, we have all these different trainings for people to plug into, have all these different trainings for people to go to. We have recorded trainings. We have a group with like 12 to 15,000 other people that are also striving, okay, to build a business and to attempt to drive business to their business, guys. So it's really time to wake up. It's time to wake up, guys. The government is raping people left and right. They literally are robbing people left and right. And if you like getting robbed, then this video is not for you. If you like getting raped, then this video is not for you. Right? But I only want to help those who say, you know what, I'm tired of getting robbed. I'm tired of getting raped. I'm tired of seeing my check. And every time I turn around, it's tax for this, it's tax for this, it's this, that, it's this, that, it's state tax, it's federal tax, it's FICA tax, Social Security tax, Medicare. It's like, damn. So you're really only going to work just to pay taxes. This is how most employees live. Okay? But if you become a business owner, okay, start you an LLC, a S Corp or a C Corp, which my econ has that too. Okay, now you can get all of these tax breaks. You can get all of these tax incentives. You can get access to lines of credit. You can build your credit. Okay, most people work hard for money. The smart people are just borrowing money. Most people in the world work hard for money. The uneducated works hard for money. Meanwhile, the smart people just borrow money. So which side of the coin are you interested in being on? Okay, so go to mymoneymatters.today. Mymoneymatters.today. It's a $49 business, guys, that can help you lower your taxes. $35 a month is now a business deduction, a business expense. Okay, your capital is $50. That is your, well, $49. That is your startup cost, which is also deductible. All right, so you can go to IRS website and type in business. They're going to tell you about the individual, or they're going to tell you about the small business, the self-employed, the different business taxes. Like I said, they got videos and stuff on small business taxes. They got so many things, guys, that people are not even privy to. Okay, that people are not even privy to, because all they used to is just going to work, hoping and wishing and praying, okay, that things get better. And that is not a strategy for wealth. So go to mymoneymatters.today.